Name?
Cassidy Gallopo, Your Honor.
All right, good morning. You're charged with driving on a suspended. You have the right to a lawyer. Do you want one?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so I'll go ahead and arraign you and then I'll send you to the prosecutor, okay? On January 20 of 26, it is alleged that you did operate a motor vehicle with a suspended license on Allen or King and Woodhaven at 2:41 p.m. That is a misdemeanor. It is punishable by up to 500 fines, 93 days jail, costs or all those are 2 points. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have the right to a lawyer. You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer.
Uh,
I'm not trying to talk you into it.
no.
$500 personal bond. I'm entering a not guilty plea, okay? I'm going to send you to the prosecutor. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court and violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. So we're going to send you to the Woodhaven prosecutor. You go talk to him. If he doesn't give you what you want, that's fine. You come back in here and tell me, I'll give you a lawyer, okay? Okay?
The day that I was driving, I had told the officer that my license was suspended, but I have a temporary permit. I don't even have a license at all. So,
Go explain your case to the prosecutor, okay?
Okay.
All right? And then, again, like I said, if they don't give you what you want, you come back in here and tell me, all right? Good luck.
thank you.
James Lee Page Jr., 26W841132.
Special appearance. Talent fiction.
Oh, boy. One of these guys, eh? Your name?
Sir, James Lee.
Your last name's Page, isn't it?
A routine court session began when a woman appeared before the judge on a charge of driving with a suspended license. The judge calmly explained her rights, the possible penalties, and even offered her legal assistance. When she mentioned having a temporary permit and tried to explain her situation, the judge encouraged her to discuss the details with the prosecutor. The exchange was professional, straightforward, and quickly resolved. But moments later, a completely different defendant stepped up, and the atmosphere in the courtroom changed instantly.
I am of the Page family, but my name is James Lee.
Yeah, I played with me this morning.
No, sir, I'm not listed.
Is your last name Page?
Sir, I'm not the legal fiction. I'm
I
a
don't want to hear this nonsense.
living man.
Listen, you want to play games?
I do not.
Find some other court and some other judge who's not going to play with you. Okay.
Dude,
If you're not James Lee Page, then you shouldn't stand up here, and I'm just going to issue a warrant for James Lee Page.
well, that's.
Hang on. Either
I'm not trying to.
either you are or you aren't James Lee Page. If you aren't, back away from the podium. If you are, tell me that. I'm not going to play with you. Are you James Lee Page?
I'm a living man.
Back away from the podium.
Sir, stop me.
I'll issue a warrant for you.
Sir, may I,
Then back up.
may I please ask?
No, you can't ask a question. You're not James Lee Page. You have no business being here. Back away from the podium.
Sir.
You want to end up in the lockup?
I do not. Please.
Back up away from the podium. You're not the defendant.
Can we hold court, please?
Back up.
Can you give me?
John, stay away. John, stay. John,
Can I please?
no, you're not James Lee Page. Back away from the
Okay,
podium.
sir, I am.
Well, then don't play with me. Then don't lie to
I'm
me.
not trying to lie to you, sir, but you understand that they're trying to act like I'm gonna be.
I'm like,
corporation or something. That's what it is, no.
I'm not playing games. You want to play games? I'll go buy you a Monopoly game at the Dollar Value store. You can take it home and play games.
That's not games.
Well, then don't tell me you're not James Lee Page if you're James Lee Page.
That's gonna be two different.
I don't want to hear your nonsense. I'm not putting up with it today. I've had enough of you people coming in here. I'm talking about these sovereign citizen characters that want to think they run the courthouse. You're
The next case involved a man named James Lee Page Jr., and from the very beginning, the interaction became tense. Instead of simply confirming his identity, the defendant began using unusual language and refused to answer basic questions directly. The judge repeatedly asked whether he was James Lee Page, but the man responded with statements like, "I am a living man." The judge quickly recognized the familiar tactics often associated with sovereign citizen arguments and warned that he would not entertain games or distractions in his courtroom.
not running this courtroom.
I'm not a sovereign citizen.
Well, okay.
But,
Listen, there's nothing for you to say. You're charged with operating with the presence of drugs. You have the right to a lawyer. If you want a lawyer, I will give you a lawyer right now. If you don't want a lawyer, then I'm going to arraign you. I'm going to let you go talk to the prosecutor and see if you can resolve it. Do you want a lawyer to represent you?
at any time I could hire an attorney, right?
Sure.
Or I don't have to waive any rights for that.
I'm just telling you, you have the right to a lawyer by law through the MIDC.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So I could give you a lawyer right now that will talk to you and represent you at this arraignment and pretrial. If you want me to. If you want to waive your right to a lawyer and say, Judge, I don't want a lawyer, I'm going to go ahead and arraign you. I'm going to explain the charge, possible penalties, and your rights.
Yes, sir.
If you decide you want to hire a lawyer, then you just tell me that and I'll let you go hire it. Okay?
Well, if I tell you I want to hire a lawyer, and what if I end up not hiring a lawyer? Am I in trouble or something?
I don't know what you mean. I can arraign you today, explain the charge and the possible penalties. If you choose to go hire your lawyer, I'm going to set a new date and go let you go hire your own lawyer.
Okay. Well, I was never served a summons.
I didn't ask you that.
I understand that.
I didn't ask you that.
You're trying to hold a free trial without a summons?
I'm the judge. I'm not a witness. You want to ask me questions, you're not asking me questions. You're going to only ask me questions about things that you don't understand. You're not going to ask me questions.
As the exchange continued, the defendant challenged nearly every question. He avoided giving direct answers and repeatedly attempted to redirect the conversation toward legal theories and jurisdictional arguments. The judge grew increasingly frustrated, telling him that court was not a place for games or internet-inspired legal experiments. Despite several opportunities to cooperate, the defendant continued arguing over basic procedural matters, forcing the judge to repeatedly bring the discussion back to the criminal charge itself.
I'm not a witness.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm just asking you, it's a yes or no. It's very simple. Would you like me to appoint you a lawyer right now to represent you at the arraignment and the pretrial? Yes or no?
And when would the arraignment be?
Right now, as soon as you talk to the lawyer and the lawyer goes and talks to the prosecutor for you.
How can I properly defend myself if I've never been served for something?
I'm not going to debate. They don't pay me enough to debate things with you. I'm not going to debate with you. You either tell me, Judge, I want a lawyer.
Can we adjourn this statement so I can do the summons properly service?
Sure,
Yes,
sure. If you think you weren't properly served, you can file an appropriate motion. I'm going to arraign you today. I will give you a lawyer to help you through the arraignment today. And then I'm going to set a bond. And then you can decide to hire your own lawyer if you choose to, represent yourself if you choose to. And we're going to proceed with the case.
So the special appearance did nothing for you? I mean,
I know these, listen, I get these things around the line. You guys like to have fun. I get it.
Sir, I'm just trying to.
You want to have fun. You want to have fun. This is not a place to have fun.
It's not fun for you.
All right. Do you want a lawyer? Yes or no?
If you're forcing an arraignment on today, sir.
I'm forcing an arraignment on you.
And if there is an arraignment,
It's just where I explain the charge and the possible penalties and your rights. Or you can go get a lawyer. I'll give you a lawyer. You can talk to the lawyer. You can talk about all this, that you weren't served with a summons and the government is corrupt and the government doesn't do what they're supposed to do. And that's fine. You can raise all those all those defenses, and I will listen to you.
so you will give me an attorney to.
The judge then explained the defendant's right to legal counsel and repeatedly asked a simple question: did he want a lawyer or not? Instead of answering directly, the defendant responded with more questions about summonses, procedures, and hypothetical situations. The judge patiently explained that a court-appointed attorney could be provided immediately and free of charge. Yet the defendant continued debating rather than making a decision. Eventually, the judge made it clear that the courtroom was not a forum for endless arguments and demanded a straightforward answer.
Talk to you right now.
Absolutely. Free of charge.
Is it free of charge?
Free of charge. You're entitled to one. The state adopted these rules. It's not my rule. But they did that about 6, 7, 8 years ago now.
And an arraignment, you want a plea or you want just to understand the charges?
You go talk to a lawyer.
I can walk out here right now and go talk to the lawyer.
Yeah, we're gonna give you one. I'll give you a lawyer. John, who will be his lawyer?
Probably.
Is Mr. Crawford here?
Yes, sir.
Who else do we have here today? Who? Who's Tony Carvin and Court Security? What about Christopher Shepard?
Great attorney.
All right. So yes, we will set you up with a lawyer. You go right out in the hallway and he's gonna give you a
Well,
lawyer.
sir, I'm not fully sure if I want one. It's just an arraignment. You just want them to charges and I just want fully.
Arraignment is where I explain the charge,
Okay.
possible penalties, and your rights. Period. You can have a lawyer to do that with and come in here with a lawyer and have the lawyer go negotiate this case to the extent that he wants to or you want to. Or you can waive your right to a lawyer and I will arraign you.
I believe I can just handle that arraignment, just telling me my rights, correct?
You can say it again. I'm explaining to you the charge, possible penalties, and your rights.
I can handle this.
You know the form he wanted you to sign that you declined to sign because for whatever reason you decided you wanted to be a little bit more belligerent?
No, not that, sir.
Well, you didn't want to sign the advice of rights form. You can read, right?
I mean,
You can read, right?
I
Then why didn't you want to sign the advice of rights that he
just
handed
didn't
you?
see why would I have to sign to say, hey,
After declining a lawyer, the defendant immediately shifted to challenging the court's authority. He claimed he had filed documents disputing jurisdiction and questioned how the court had power over him. The judge dismissed these arguments, explaining that jurisdiction had already been established and that any challenges must be filed through proper legal motions. As the defendant continued referencing contracts, legal theories, and procedural objections, the judge openly expressed frustration, making it clear that none of those arguments would stop the arraignment from moving forward.
hey, I want my rights, so I wouldn't. Well, why would I have to sign to keep your rights?
You just want to engage in this banter. It's kind of funny.
Sir.
It's kind of funny, really. I've seen enough of this and
Please don't.
I don't-
need to let everybody else do that.
it's always a good thing when somebody doesn't want to sign the advice of rights that they're going to come up here and interview with. I'm just a little conduit. I didn't have anything to do with the ticket.
No, sir.
I don't have anything to do with writing the law.
Not.
Right. Let's make this easy. You're going to answer, yes, I want a lawyer, or no, I don't want a lawyer. And if you tell me, no, I don't, then I'm going to go through your rights. And I'm still going to read all your rights to you because you were too belligerent to handle and sign the advice of rights that he asked you to sign. So do you want a lawyer, yes or no?
At the end of the day, no, sir.
Okay, do you want me to arraign you then without a lawyer?
I would like to prove jurisdiction first, so we can proceed.
You're going to have to file a motion on that. You don't want a lawyer, right?
Sir, I put in a notice for a special appearance coming to challenge jurisdiction only. I'd like the prosecutor to represent
They don't.
jurisdiction.
They got jurisdiction. The court has
Can
jurisdiction.
you place that evidence, sir?
The court has jurisdiction.
Can you place that evidence, sir, and explain how I'm bound to that? Any unrevealed contracts?
Unrevealed contracts. What a great country. Huh? Unrevealed contracts. I love this stuff. I love this.
I'm just
You
trying.
want me to arraign you or you want a lawyer?
I would like you to prove jurisdiction. sir.
I don't need to prove anything. I'm not a party to the action. I'm the judge. I'm the independent arbiter.
Yet, sir.
It is alleged, sir, that you did operate a motor vehicle while you were under the influence of drugs. They think that you had operated that vehicle on November.
With the debate going nowhere, the judge finally moved ahead and formally explained the criminal charge. Prosecutors alleged that the defendant had operated a vehicle with THC present in his system. The judge carefully outlined the potential penalties, including fines, jail time, community service, license consequences, and court costs. Even then, the defendant continued responding with unusual language rather than direct answers. The judge pressed forward, reading each constitutional right one by one, ensuring the defendant understood the legal process whether he agreed with it or not.